Hello my friends, Green Energy here, and welcome to our next game on the channel, Dishonored. For those who aren't aware of what this game is, if you're aware of what Assassin's Creed or Hitman are, it's basically Hitman and Assassin's Creed put together in one, in a first-person scenario. It's like a first-person stealth slash, like, I don't know how to explain it. You'll just have to see it to believe it. It's a pretty neat game. There are two of them, and I own them both. So we're going to be starting with the first one. The first one came out in, trying to remember my research, 2012. And then I think the second one came out just a few years later. I am playing this on the PS3. This is the first game on the channel that I'm doing that for. I'm not the most wealthy man in the world, so I'm not going to buy new versions of everything. Plus, I think enjoying older stuff is still just as good. But let's go ahead and start a new game, because I've played this before, but it has been a while. Now, I don't usually play on an easy difficulty. I think that's kind of boring. What games tend to do is when they make a medium or a normal mode, that is the mode that they're recommending you play for the game. I'm not going to play very, very hard ones because watching me die over and over again, as we've seen in the past, is not always the most entertaining. So we're going to be sticking to normal. I need to keep the brightness up a little bit for me. I have trouble seeing in dark spaces sometimes. Creating a new game will override previous auto saves. That's fine. Haven't played it in a while anyways. It's very much like a steampunk in the past type of time period where it's a very fictional world. We'll figure out story plot, story elements, and such as we move forward. First, we're going to go to Dunwall Tower, and that's where we're going to start our Dishonored Let's Play. Returning home. You have just returned from a journey of several months, visiting the other nations of the Empire to ask for aid in dealing with the rat plague. You must deliver their diplomatic response to the Empress, whom you serve as Lord Protector. So there's an Empress, and I'm essentially her head guard.
Corvo, if only there was someone else I trusted to send, so that you could remain near. But there is no one else. And the Spy Master was right to insist that I send you.
As with
The
most
plague
games,
has taken
I do
so
have to try
many,
to
and we
adjust
must
volume,
find a
so I
cure.
apologize if it's too loud.
When you are near, my heart is at peace.
I'll try not to talk over them as well.
Emily and I will count the days until you return. Hurry home, and bring good news.
Redhaven River.
Steady hand. That's it. Watch it. Cast off line. Casting off. We're away. Take us straight to Dunwall Tower. Lord Corvo has news for the Empress, and we've come a long way.
A long way to bring bad news. The sailors say there's a curse on us. Black magic.
Superstition. For all we know, there's a cure for the plague by now.
Maybe. We live in strange times. Sending the Empress's bodyguard away for a couple of months. That's unusual.
Well, this was important. We need help with the rat plague.
So my character's name is Lord Corvo. Empress, and then her daughter's name is Emily. She's a little girl that we're going to be seeing very shortly.
Oh, there! We're going up. Sealed. Ready. Turning on the pipes. And she's rising.
Heart very filled with shell caves.
Home and last.
Not that you could tell by stopping, but so far on the channel, I really enjoy sneaking around. So this is
Steady pressure.
into a game that many is that. We've played Wind Waker before, where
The Empress will be waiting for your news.
a brief moment of stealth, but this entire game is kind of catered towards it. now we can leave these guys.
You know what to do next time?
Yes, yes.
Corvo,
Here
you're back!
is Lady Emily.
Will you tell me about your trip, please? Were there any whales? Wait! Let's play hide and seek first. I'll cover my eyes and you hide. You have time? Mother's busy talking to that nasty old spy master.
We'll do it.
Okay, here we go.
Just to make her happy.
Follow me, Corvo.
Doing so is just kind of like a little way to spend more time with Emily, because we don't very much in this game.
Let's see if you're still good at this. I'll hide my eyes and count, and at the end of the countdown, I'll try and find you. Okay, I'm going to count to 10. Find a place to hide.
The gameplay reason for doing this is it does start to teach you a little bit of the stealth mechanic. If we press circle, we do crouch behind certain things. If we stay behind the cover and break line of sight with enemies to avoid detection. While we are crouched, while we press circle, our footsteps are going to be muffled, so enemies aren't going to hear us running by while we're crouched.
1,
When she starts
2,
counting,
3,
find a place to
4,
hide. I usually just hide back here.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
We were standing up or kind of out and about, then she would see us. We wouldn't lose anything. It's just a little way for you to practice your stealth mechanic. If we hold triangle and then click left or right, we can look around corners without getting spotted.
Here?
So even though we can see her, she can't see us when we're in the leaning. If we're not leaning, then she can see through the cracks.
Okay, well, somewhere else then.
Hasn't said anything about it yet, but if I pressed X, I would actually mantle up on top of this thing right here.
Okay, you win. We should go now, so Mother can see you too.
Alright.
Did you see any monsters while traveling to the other isles? My nanny says the big ocean's full of them, but I think she only says that to scare me.
In this game, Corvo is very much the silent protagonist type. We don't hear him speak. In the second game, without spoiling too much, our protagonist is going to be able to speak.
Welcome home, Lord Protector. Stop moving, Campbell. And you, Corvo, welcome back. From wherever you've been. They sent him all around the Isles to beg for aid. A waste of time. My elixir will banish the plague from this city. Now keep still a moment, High Overseer Campbell.
I'm not so sure that painting looks like Campbell.
So Campbell's kind of someone on the Empress's council.
She'll see
He's
you
going
at
to be an
once.
important character as well. And there's Empress Jessamine.
They're sick people, not criminals.
We've gone beyond that question, Your Majesty.
They're my citizens, and we will save them from the plague if we can. All of them.
Very well.
We will not speak of this again.
Mother, Corvo is back.
Thank you, Emily. Leave us, please.
As you wish, Your Majesty. Corvo. 2 days early. Full of surprises, as usual.
Sketchy.
It's a fair wind that brings you home to me. What
Follow
news
me,
have you brought?
Captain. We should leave them alone.
I hoped that one of the other cities had dealt with this before, knew of some cure. This news is very bad. We're at the breaking point. Cowards. They're going to blockade us. They'll wait to see if the plague turns the city into a graveyard.
Are you okay, Mother? You seem sad.
Yes, don't worry, darling. Mother is fine. Wait, where are the guards? Who sent them away?
Mother, look! What are they doing on the rooftop?
What? Emily, come here.
So we can't do anything about it. Here we learn our attacks. If we press R1, we will attack with our right hand, and with L1, we can attack with our left hand, if we have a weapon equipped, which we won't always have one.
Emily, get behind me!
And it didn't show me how to block, but I already knew how to do that. Holding R2 does a block if we do a perfect timing, kind of like when we did parries in Dark Souls, then we do sort of a parry attack here as well. However, it's a little tough to do.
Corvo, thank you. If you hadn't been here... No more! Not again! Mommy! No! Get away from her!
But that's us right there, even though obviously we didn't do it. We're being framed for it. Corvo killed Empress Jessamine.
Corvo, it's all coming apart. Find Emily. Protect her. You're the only one who'll know what to do. Won't you? Corvo.
But because we're the only people here, or the only person here, they think it was us.
Look at what he's done.
Yes, he's killed the Empress. What did you do with young Lady Emily, traitor?
Her own bodyguard. Ironic.
I'll see you beheaded for this, Corvo. Peg him.
And that's the opening to Dishonored. So now we obviously have no idea who to trust. We'll figure it out as we go. But now we're getting thrown into Cold Ridge Prison, and here's where we're gonna start to have our... It's not open world per se, but there's very much an open-ended way to do all the missions. And it's really a really good way that they made this game, and I'm a big fan of it. But this is 6 months that have passed after we were accused by the Spy Master for murdering the Empress and conspiring to abduct her daughter Emily, the royal heir. Now locked away in Cold Ridge Prison, the time for our execution is near. I'm not going to skip cutscenes. We want to try to win the story when we're watching.
And let me give you the right to put your spirit in it.
Does not feel good, man.
That's enough for now. Get out. Let's give the man some time to think. Corvo, the Empress is dead. Her daughter Emily is hidden away, and no one will ever know the truth.
Yes, unlucky you. Tomorrow you'll be executed, but it's for a good cause. This country needs strong leadership now. Someone to guide the weak. And that's where we come in.
There was nothing personal in this, even though you almost sank our plans. But it turned out well. You were in the wrong place at the right time, and someone has to take the fall. Goodbye, Corvo.
So either one or both of them is who's responsible. We'll have to figure it out as we move forward.
You should eat, Corvo. This meal comes from a friend.
All right. Sensitivity's a little high right now, but since we're not really going to be aiming for stuff a whole lot, it might be okay. But the reason the guard said it's from a friend is because we eat some bread. We got a message Corvo, who we are is irrelevant right now. Just know that we have faith in you. Here's the key to your cell. Once you're out, head for the prison's interrogation room. Take the explosive there and plant it near the outer door. When the bomb goes off, run. Make it for the river and lose yourself in the sewers. You'll find some useful gear stashed there. One of the prison guards will leave a weapon just outside your cell. And good luck. We need you alive and well for what's to come. A friend. So, we're going to take advantage of that. I should note, we can kill most enemies in this game. What I think is a nice extra challenge, and it does actually benefit you as you play, is I try to go non-lethal, as in I don't kill enemies that I don't need to kill. If you kill enemies, it does make it slightly easier in terms of what enemies with swords and pistols and such, but there's a plague that's going through Dunwall, and if you kill a bunch of people, then we get more of the plague victims. We get more of the zombie type weepers and then rats and such. So unless I have to kill an enemy, I'm going to try not to kill them. Get a sword, get some coins, which will be useful at one point in time. I don't think we actually ever get the key to go out that way. I can't remember. We're actually going this way anyways. So with the sword in hand, assassinate an unaware enemy by pressing R1 or approach an unaware enemy from behind and hold R2 to perform a non-lethal takedown. Using stealth and the non-lethal approach has benefits, fewer rats and weepers. Some people react favorably, and the final outcome is not as dark. So that's what we're going to shoot for. Obviously, if we get spotted, I will have to go lethal or go and hide. But if we choke him out, we don't kill him. We just need to hide his body in our cell. We can put him in a spot where he can take a nice nap. Alright. Oh dear. Alright. So about that non-lethal part. We might be abandoning that right here. So I'll do my best. Not a good way to start. This level, if you want to call it that, I guess this level is the right term, is very closed. Later levels will be a little bit larger. It's more open-ended. There's more than one way to approach the objective, with an exception of this level itself. Eat food for health, get pistol bullets, and then these are health elixirs that I can use in my wheel right here. If I pressed circle, I would use it. Alright. Alright. Did they notice a dead body? What happened?
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crew unless accompanied by an officer of the wall.
Alright, let's just move forward.
Scheduled in advance with 1 week's notice.
We need the key. Alright, so they know that I'm gone. Alright, there's the key we needed. Can't climb up stuff while we're carrying a body. Haven't played in a while, so I gotta relearn everything. Let's drop him off there. We got his key. Didn't kill him.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Alright. Alright, so like the note said, we need to get an explosive from in there, and that's how we're going to bust ourselves out. It doesn't look like there's anybody in here.
Attention. The solitary team is off limits to maintenance.
We're not going to read all of these notes, only if it's super important is when I'm going to read it. There's our explosive. And there is our way out.
Personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Hopefully we didn't need that key. So we can either open the door, but if I remember correctly, there's an alternative way to get through it, and that's going over it. If we take this up. There's one enemy there, one there. I think we're going to want to go down this side. Try to plant the bomb, and then we'll hide in here. I don't think the explosion will do any damage to us. But when it explodes, we'll book it, drop down into here. And then there's those guys shooting at us. We're going to head to the sewers. As we head over to here, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. Let me know what you enjoyed in the comments. And if you want to see more Dishonored, please subscribe. Continue being good people. Let's spread positive vibes. Take care.